Insipid. That's the only word I can use to describe such a poor display as what North Melbourne dished up on Sunday. It was such a disappointing end to the season. It was a really hard watch, and you'll see where my mind went as I get through the Siren Says game review, but let's get on with it for the final men's review of 2026. Welcome to Up North, a North Melbourne fan podcast from up north of the Murray. And the Siren says 123 to 70. A mere 53 points, dare I say. And I mean, quarter one. What are my notes here? Oh, the commentators love Foss. He should be the 23rd player in the under-22 team. We're getting love from the commentators in our last match of the year. Even Healy talked about PC having troubles at the tribunal, and they weren't all his fault. I mean, Healy supporting us. I really tuned out when it took me about 1-2 minutes to work out that Almac was on the wing. I just don't see how we were serious with Almac on the wing, getting down into the forward square. I know he helped for Spargo's first goal, but still. So my mind started to wander. I was wondering, hello Tasmanian shinboners, does the SCG need a roof? Because both JD and Luke Parker were struggling into the sun, so maybe we need to roof that stadium as well. Oh, and the football? Somehow we're down by 7 points at quarter time. So at quarter time, I'm thinking, right, here we go. Sydney have come out, played their football. We've got back into it. Away we go. And 3 minutes of actual time, they had 3 goals. And I'll be honest, I've got the phone out after that third goal, and I'm starting to Google draft assistance, trying to find out what's happening with this bonus pick. By the time I found out we have to pick a player with our first pick to get the bonus pick, Sydney had 5 goals and there was still 14 minutes of real time to play in the quarter. So that really sums it up. No, move on. So half time, it's not looking pretty. We get to quarter 3 and I'm back and we won a quarter. Thank you, Sydney. 1 goal, 8 they kicked. So yes, we did win a quarter. Probably what was more dispiriting for me was, I'm 90% sure it was Alistair Lynch, said North Melbourne have lifted and the pressure rating is 181. I think the league average is 180. So if it took us deep into the third quarter to lift our pressure rating to 181, I think that explains a lot. But you know, somehow we were still a sniff of a chance at 3/4 time. And this is where I was quite happy. I was waiting for my eldest to say he wanted to lift and I would have just listened to it on the radio because I can't turn a game off. But a bit like quarter 2, Sydney Swans started quarter 4 with a point to prove. And they banged on early goals. The game was over. But, you know, we did have a chance to make it a bit more respectable, similar to what we did at the end of Melbourne. And don't get me wrong, 3 late goals doesn't make me feel much better, but it's better than losing by 53. But, you know, Bull Zerha missed a shot, Zach Bench missed a shot. There was a third miss in there. And then even Jai, his pass to Stiffy gets intercepted. The kick wasn't low and flat enough. So thankfully the season ended. Yep. I think what this match did show, And I didn't like some of the fans on Twitter saying that we were playing a VFL Sydney side. It was a weakened side, but when you still got Goulden, Papley, Grundy, McMartin, Mills, like they had probably more A-grade talent than us on the field. And it just shows system when they're running through the middle, those long handballs linking up through the centre square into forward 50. Even without their elite talent, the system was still better than what we have. So that's a big goal over the holidays. Kanga Court is in session, and I haven't listened to all of Clarko's press conference yet, but I did see this clip here where we've got to get tough over the holidays. And my charge is, are we tough enough at the selection table? Now, we had 5 over 30s yesterday. At least 3 of them I'm okay with. We had 9 under 23s. But if one of your over 30s is Elmac and you're playing him on a wing rather than Blamise or Gota or Hardeman, I think there's something wrong with the system. And it was so obvious their run and handball through the middle was getting us that we needed to do something different. And it's been pretty evident all year. I think Logue was the only name to get dropped, and even then he come back sooner than we expected. And I know Logue played well, but it just felt like musical chairs. Like, why was Gota in the VFL last week? Why did it take so long for Hardeman to get back when he was playing well? Blamise is getting concussed and having to come back through the VFL. And they weren't playing probably any worse or inconsistent. It's not worse, it's that inconsistency than Spargo. And I just feel we wasted games, like that rush to get 50 games into kids, and maybe Hardeman could have played 5 more. Gota, I'm not sure how many more. Blamise got 17, but could we have brought Doveston back for 2 or blooded Ollie Griffin? I just thought opportunity wasted, Clarko. So what we do need next year, I think, is a lot more selection integrity. Hopefully we're getting at least an influx of 3 first 18 players through draft picks or trades. So, Clarko, you did well this year. I can tolerate the selection for most of the year, but guilty of wasted opportunities. Just a side note on Aidan Corr. He took that sliding door moment. Pink wasn't able to come back in. He's done really well on some tough opponents over the last month. But was Charlie Curnow just a Sydney Harbour Bridge too far? I just couldn't help myself with that one. Sheezel Stat. So in his 4 seasons, he's missed 3 games. And even our respectable 53-point loss today has brought it back that all those 3 games have been lost by an average of 90 points. I think there was 124 in there, 96 and then a 53. So pardon my maths if it's a bit out. How crucial is Harry? Like, we probably still lose those games, but that margin, coincidence or not? And the other one is, I saw Swamp today. Swamp Thing, putting the lowest ladder position each team was at the end of each round this year. And the lowest North was at any stage this year was 14th, where we've ended up at the end of the year. So that one surprised me as well. I'm trying to work out if I can get a whole off-season article about this, but a Brisbane Lion president or chairman talked earlier this year that there's so much talk about the academies and interstate club advantages, and he said we're not looking at the discrepancy in Melbourne between the Marvel tenants and the MCG tenants. And then it come up a few weeks ago, and I couldn't find the photo today. I screenshotted it. The Bulldogs are the only Marvel tenant to win. No, sorry, Essendon back in 2000. I think they're the only two Marvel tenants to win a premiership. And it even got worse when you're looking at preliminary finals and hosting finals. And then it come back into my mind today when I had a brief look at what the finals fixture is. Just lunch break at work, didn't want to think about work. And a Marvel tenant, Bulldogs, have finished on high of Collingwood, and the finals being played at Collingwood's home ground, the MCG. And I know people bang on about the AFL favourites club Geelong down the road. They should have home finals. But why shouldn't the Bulldogs have it? I mean, 55,000, 90,000, I understand that. But unless you're going to give every team at least 2 or 3 games a year at the MCG, maybe every team, bit like St Kilda, get 1 home game a year, at least 1 home and 1 away at the MCG. And I know interstate clubs complain about this as well. And Collingwood play a few games at Marvel, but they play more at Marvel than the Bulldogs play at the MCG, I'm pretty sure, apart from finals. So are Marvel tenants being dudded? And the AFL own Marvel now, I'm pretty sure. Sorry, I'm on a rant here and I'm going to investigate that one for an off-season story. But do you have any thoughts on the fairness of it? Like I said at the start of quarter 2, I started looking into draft assistants, and I've got 2 words to Brady and Will Thursfield. Elite kicks. Now, preferably, if they're an on-baller, I want them above 185 centimetres, because I'm pretty sure LDU's the only one on our list. He's about 188, 189. Or genuine elite speed to match the kicking. And if they're a defender, I'm not counting Nick Murray here, I'm talking pick 5 and 23. If they're a defender, there's a few out there that kind of match what we need. But if it's giving even a hint that they have to improve their kicking skills, no. No. We already have Combin down there. We might have Logue there again next year. Who knows? Nick Murray down there. More a shutdown defender, not an elite kick. If Caleb Daniels is down there again kicking over a jam tin, we need pick 5. And I tried to work out last night, it's going to be about pick 22, 23. Who knows with all the draft bidding and matching bids. But we need elite kicks. And the dream for me would be Drever, 188 centimetres, but it's possible Teixeira could get through there. Have a crack at Matthews, the GWS Academy, make them struggle for points. Hopefully no one trades for pick 4 from Port, because that gets us a better target. And if worse comes to worse, we end up with Van Hattum, a 205 centimetre ruckman. Now, I think Richmond or Essendon will take him. I can't see West Coast doing that after they've already got Duff. But let's use our top 5, 6, 7 pick, wherever it ends up on the night. And then I think we use that pick 23 again. We're topping up before it's the last chance to top up before Tasmania. And then if we give our future first up for Nick Murray, are we paying overs? Yes, but he's in contract. He's 25. Kevin White, do your homework before we take him on. If we've got to pay overs, let's fill gaps. We need a shutdown defender, 196 centimetres more, who's an average kick or better. My only concern with Nick Murray, I don't really know him, but a 5-year contract, but he's already got 2 or 3 at the Crows, so you have to pay over. Oh, did I say it? Elite kicks. My off-season wish list, and I'm going back to Barassi era here, and I did pose this question months ago to Chief on the Shin Bonus podcast. I want images of our players running the tan. They have to come back super fit, and they have to come back mentally tougher. And this one's a big ask. Might sound silly, but housemates, partners, maybe not young babies, maybe you get an out on this one. But I reckon all around the house I want buckets, laundry baskets, I want boxes, and I want our players, when they're at home, just handballing from weird angles up to 5 metres and learn to hit a target. Okay? These handballs, now Larky turned one into a goal, it was Zach Banch, but 5 metres, Larky having to get down to his ankles, I'm sorry. If we can't handball and hit a target at 5 metres, bloody put them in the VFL. Yeah, I'm on a rant here, aren't I? It's the end of the season. I don't have to bottle it up anymore. But yeah, sorry, partners. Every chance you get, have a ball in your house, handball, hit a target, handball with your offhand. 1 metre, 5 metres, around the corner, no looking. Watch out for the vase or the TV in the toilet at PC's place. And my last point, just as I'm about to film this, congratulations to LDU on making the All-Australian squad. I hope you make the final team. I don't think so this year. I think you're a smidgen off. A couple more goals and learn how to run through a tag, and you're going to be an absolute elite talent. You're already A grade, but absolute elite talent. So congratulations, LDU, on your selection. I'm Lyle from up north. Thanks for listening. I've been like a mid-season draftee coming in here on the 1st of July from obscurity. Thank you for all the comments. I am genuinely interested. I give my opinion each week and I love reading the responses back because being up in Brisbane, there's a lot of Lions talk, not enough North talk. What do you think on Marvel Tenants? What do you think we should do with Pick 5 coming ahead? And I will have all the AFL women's games covered and probably have a few off-season episodes coming up. So until next time, up north!